Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. And welcome to the 2024 Medical College of Wisconsin School of Medicine hooding ceremony. I'm Dr. Jose Franco, the Senior Associate Dean for Education in the School of Medicine. And I'd like to introduce my colleagues here joining us on stage. Dr. Brian Lewis, President of the Medical College of Wisconsin Faculty Council. Dr. Jennifer Cush, Assistant Provost for Student Services. Dr. Bipin Thapa, Assistant Dean for Clinical Science and Curriculum. Dr. Marty Muntz, Associate Dean for Curriculum. Dr. Joseph E. Kirshner, Provost and Executive Vice President, and the Julia A. Eline, M.A., Dean of the School of Medicine. Dr. Raj Narayan, Associate Dean for Student Affairs. Dr. Thomas Palmer, President-elect of the Medical College of Wisconsin Marquette Medical Alumni Association. Dr. Jane Maki, Associate Dean for Admissions. Dr. Malaika Saiker, Associate Dean for the Office of Student Inclusion and Diversity. Dr. Margaret Salmon, Assistant Dean for Scholarly Concentrations. And Dr. Lisa Cirillo, Assistant Dean for Basic Science Curriculum. Today we gather on this beautiful field where we frequently come to see the stars of Major League Baseball. But today, the stars are our students. They have hit it out of the ballpark. If you've ever come to a game here, you know that every home run is followed by the slide, by Bernie, and then the fireworks. Obviously, we're not going to have Bernie, but no worries. Dr. Kirshner is going to try to volunteer and come down the slide for us. All of us on this stage are always proud of all of our graduates. But to me, this is a special class. This class has overcome countless obstacles. It seems a long time ago, but they enrolled in medical school during the pandemic. They did not have the opportunity to participate in many of the activities that make medical school so memorable. But they persevered, they showed true grit and never gave up. Through your actions, students, you inspired all of us. Surely it will be time for you to go out and change the world. It is normal to have doubts. Not only do you have the knowledge and skills, you have the empathy, the professionalism, the determination, and character to succeed. Everyone joining us today and on stage is confident that you will succeed. As I mentioned to you when you first came to the Medical College of Wisconsin, do not forget who helped you get here and was with you every step of the way through your journey. It is the families, the friends, the significant others, the mentors. Let's give them a hand for everything they do. We are a family, the Medical College of Wisconsin family. Your family will always be here for you. Before I introduce my the next speaker, just one minor housekeeping note. For your safety, please do not come up on the dugout after the event for pictures. There will be plenty of opportunities for pictures behind us. So again, we'll make sure that your safety is our priority. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Palmer to the podium for some brief comments.
Thank you, Dr. Franco. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and congratulations to the class of 2024. As Dr. Franco mentioned, I'm Dr. Thomas Palmer. I'm on the executive committee and board of directors of the Alumni Association. I graduated from MCW in 1971. I returned for an internal medicine residency in 1974. I returned later in 1982 for a cardiology fellowship, and my life experiences after that were to practice medicine in Milwaukee and Waukesha counties in private practice. I retired in 2014. The MCW has been a wonderful resource for me. I have many fond memories of my professors, teachers, mentors during my time at MCW. On behalf of the MCW Marquette Medical Alumni Association, we welcome you to our trusted and a proud and accomplished community. You have received your education and training at an institution that not only teaches you the latest methods, treatments, and standards of care, but develops them. Your medical school journey has been unique. Reflections over the past 3 years or so highlights the importance of physicians, scientists, pharmacists, and medical leaders, and illustrates the enormity of our pledge to dedicate ourselves to the service of humanity. You now possess an innate sense of innovation to advance knowledge and to educate others. I urge you to take full advantage of that opportunity. The Alumni Association is an important resource that builds a lifetime connection to the Medical College of Wisconsin and to each other. Please be sure to stay connected with each other and to MCW in the future. Students like you were in the past, always need to connect with alumni and be that alumni that they can connect to. I hope you are all on Engage, which is the MCW alumni online alumni community. If you're not a member, please join. I wish you all the best in what I'm sure will be exciting and fulfilling careers as medical educators, as medical leaders, as healthcare providers. So congratulations to all of you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Joseph Kirschner, Provost, Executive Vice President, and the Julia A. Eline, M.A., Dean of the School of Medicine. Dr. Kirschner.
Thank you, Dr. Palmer, and good afternoon, graduates, family members, loved ones, mentors, friends, and distinguished faculty members. How's everybody feeling? You sound like Yankee fans. How are you feeling? Sorry, that was for Dr. Franco. If you don't know, he's a Yankees fan. If he's got me sliding down the slide, I gotta get him back on a Yankees joke. It's just so amazing to be with you here this afternoon, and I'm just grateful for all that you have given to the Medical College of Wisconsin through your studies and endeavors and the work that you have done, the work that you have put in to get to this moment. It is no small task. It truly is no small task. As Dr. Franco said, you are a unique group of doctors, physicians who started your career in medicine during a pandemic. I'm just going to tell a brief story. Heather, if you're up there, I'm off script already. She's always worried when I get off script. But as the dean of the medical school, when the pandemic started, I had another job, still the dean of the medical school, but an additional job, I should say, as the chair of the board for the AAMC. And the AAMC is an organization that is an umbrella over all of the medical schools and all the teaching hospitals in the country. And as the chair of that board, when the pandemic started, I organized a meeting for all of the deans of every medical school in the country. And we met every Monday. My wife Jane's in the audience. She can attest to the fact that it was a lot of Monday evenings on a Zoom call with all of the deans of every medical school in the United States. And I want to tell you all that the number one thing that we talked about at the time of the pandemic starting was the amazing students that we had at every single one of our institutions. How amazing it was that at a time of great strife, great difficulty, danger, actual danger to your life and well-being, that our students were showing up. They were showing up with courage, passion, desire, wanting to be the next group of physicians who could take care of the patients that they were seeing and hearing about. The patients that we saw, literally, dying in front of our eyes. And every single one of us was touched by that experience in some way, shape, or another. I know it has formed your experiences. You will never have that not be part of who you are. My ask of you is to take that experience, however you experienced it, and keep it with you, and make sure that you have every opportunity to have that unique experience, create in you as physicians an opportunity to be that unique physician as you heal the world as you go forward. A little bit of history. Some of the students, I write a Monday morning coffee every Monday, about 50 weeks out of the year. This is a little test. Raise your hand if you read more than one of those Monday morning coffees during your time here at MCW. Wow, there's a few of you that didn't raise your hands. We're gonna talk later. Just kidding. But this ceremony didn't exist in 2011. And as with many of the best aspects of our medical school, it was started by a student and their family members. And so it is so wonderful to have this separate ceremony where we can be close to each other and have proximity to your accomplishment, proximity to all of us in the audience, and proximity to a wonderful venue where hopefully the Brewers will continue to win. I'll speak a little bit about family now. You know, families have traditions. Some of them are crazy, some of them are good, some of them are fun, some of them are maybe scary. But these traditions represent the culture and practices of any organization. For me, hooding represents the ability of our medical students to declare the completion of their studies and their readiness to enter the wonderful profession of medicine. So let me hear you, students. Are you ready to declare that you are ready as the newest graduates of the School of Medicine from the Medical College of Wisconsin to take your position as physicians and healers? That was what I was hoping for. I believe that this is extremely important. None of us takes this journey alone. As Dr. Franco mentioned, we have family members, we have friends, we have loved ones. So enjoy this day and celebrate with them. And I'm going to ask you, as perhaps your last homework assignment, to do three things today. One is to think about how you're feeling right at this moment as the next graduates from the School of Medicine at the Medical College of Wisconsin. I know there's many shades of emotion that you may have right now, but it's really important, I think, to catalog how you're feeling at this moment. Write it down. Put it on X, Instagram, whatever. But put it someplace that you can return to in a month, in 6 months, in the middle of your internship year, where you need sort of that pickup. You need that sense of pride. You need that sense of what Dr. Franco said, I'm ready for this. Write some things down and come back to them during your internship year, during your residency. Come back to them at 5 years, your first maybe reunion back here at MCW, 10 years, 15 years. Visit those feelings you have today because it's important. I know that you all have a sense of pride, of accomplishment. It's important to remember how you feel on this moment. Second, thank those who have made this journey possible for you. Really thank them. Look them in the eyes. Tell them at some point today, I know I couldn't have done this without you. Dr. Franco also mentioned family. I talk about the MCW family, and I've already done it here, but your actual family, whether that's a biological family or a family that supports you as loved ones or otherwise, those people have had a special part in your journey to succeed. Look them in the eye and really mean it and say thank you. Last, 3-part quiz. Think about your mentors today. They're here. Some of them are going to be putting hoods on you. And with an additional gratitude, truly commit to be a mentor for the future. This profession dies. It dies without that commitment to carry on the mentorship, to be that next person when you're on the wards next year or in the clinic next year, and you see that student that you were just a short period of time ago that maybe is near tears, feeling less than capable, feeling more than they should be capable, and mentor them. Give them your wisdom. You will be the closest physician to where they are as a medical student. They will listen to you. They will understand that you just recently did it. They will want you to know, they will want to know that you think that they're going to succeed and be okay. And commit to be that mentor for those who may come along in this field for the future. And it may not all be medical students. It may be somebody who's a pre-med student who hasn't decided yet. It may be somebody in your family. It may be somebody in your community. But commit to the mentorship process. It's critical. This field dies without mentors, without people who take that extra step to do that. Sounds like we have some pitching practice back there. Practice is important. Practice is important. I didn't want to say it, but these are some folks that didn't make it to the team journey for the game tonight, so maybe they needed extra practice. They didn't hear me. But you all may need extra practice from time to time. And that's okay. That's okay. Practice is what gets us to where we need to be. It's called, if you didn't know, the practice of medicine. And that means the doing of medicine, but it also means the practice that these guys are doing out here, the practice that you all will need to do. Lean back on your mentors. Jay Kirshner at mcw.edu. My cell phone number is 414-510-8940. You know I gave you that number early in your career. Some of you have used it. A few threatening texts. Just kidding. There were none of those. All right. Dr. Franco's getting nervous that I've been waxing on too long. I'm going to try and get to the end here. I just want to say just a couple of things about history. Those few of you that raised your hands that read my Monday morning coffees know that I like to talk about the history of medicine. I was a little bit of a nerd in medical school. I used to go back when I was studying and read the journals from World War II. I think the history of medicine is important. You all are creating the history of medicine. Remember that you are creating that history, and somebody's going to read about what you've done moving forward. But the origins of academic dress, which we're wearing today, date back to the 12th and 13th centuries. As universities first came into being, the University of Coimbra in Spain mandated a statute that doctors and licentiates wear gowns, academic attire. So the gown that you have on today is the gown for physicians. It's black, it's bell-shaped at the sleeves. It can be worn open or closed. I think you should keep it closed for today. The front of the gown is trimmed with velvet facing, and the sleeves have 3 stripes of the same color, green. Since we're in a sports facility, green and gold, which is what we have, represents my favorite football team. So I think that's good. The hood is black, 4 feet in length, and has panels on both sides, and it is lined by the official colors of the university. So at MCW, you have hoods that are trimmed literally in green and gold. Thank you. Somebody appreciated that. The tradition dictates that graduates can receive their doctoral hoods only from somebody already vested with the same degree, and we honor that tradition here at MCW. It falls to Dr. Jose Franco, the Senior Associate Dean for Education in the School of Medicine, or to a close family member, friend, mentor, or faculty member who has earned the Doctorate of Medicine degree. The receipt of the doctoral hood signifies that one has been accepted to full participation in the profession. Tomorrow, when President Raymond pronounces you graduates of the Medical College of Wisconsin, you may officially take the title of doctor and use it in front of your names. We're now going to get me off the podium for a little while and begin the investiture ceremony, and I invite Dr. Narayan to come to the podium to announce the candidates' names. Dr. Narayan.
Graduates, as I call your name, please come forward to be hooded, then return to your seat. Graduates, proceed to the stage at the direction of the ushers. Members of the audience are asked to remain seated during the time, but may applaud for each student as they receive their hood. As each student's name is called, I also will mention if they are the recipient of any special institutional awards. We'll be announcing the winners of MCW's 3 most prestigious awards after all the students have been hooded. Inia Adam. Joanna Ann. Hari Anandaraja, hooded by his father, Dr. Raj Anandaraja. Natalie Anumulu, hooded by her grandfather, Dr. Kebal Verma. Natalie will be graduating with honors in research. Mitchell Arnold, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Elizabeth Augie, hooded by her father, Dr. Michael Augie. Elizabeth was inducted into the Arnold Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society. Christopher Babiers, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Binish Bakai, hooded by her uncle, Dr. Atif Baki. Taylor Laborde, hooded by Dr. Martin Munz. Sorry. Amber Bow, hooded by her mentor, Dr. Gloria Xu. Okay, sorry. I think that's- Eric Barano, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Joseph Benbow, hooded by Dr. Jane Markey. Linda Berg-Leakey, hooded by her mentor, Dr. Sid Rao. Linda is the recipient of the Quick Award in Biochemistry. Danielle Berglund, hooded by Dr. Martin Munz. Danielle is a recipient of the Founders Award of the Wisconsin Academy of Family Physicians. Benjamin Boren, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Owen Bowie, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Owen will graduate with honors in research. Tracy Bowie, hooded by her mentor, Dr. Morgan Wilbanks. Brett Businger, hooded by his mentor, Dr. John Trapp. Brett is a recipient of the Society of Academic Emergency Medicine Annual Award for Excellence in Emergency Medicine. Brendan Bish, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Delaney Cairns, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Sarah Cohn. Delaney was inducted into the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society and is a recipient of the Leonard Toe Humanism in Medicine Award. Delaney will graduate with honors in research. Grace Callan, hooded by her mentor Dr. Emily Morse. Grace was inducted into the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society and is a recipient of the Hiram B. Benjamin Award in Anatomy and the Robert J. Toohill Award in Otolaryngology. Brandon Colley, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Wan. Brandon was inducted in Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Kyle Case, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Catherine Chang, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Karen Suhu. Catherine will graduate with honors in research. Samantha Chow, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Nancy Bass. Madeline Kennedy Coleman, hooded by Dr. Jane Markey. Madeline will graduate with honors in research. Megan Conroy, hooded by her mentor Dr. Maura Brennan McCander. Megan was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and is a recipient of the Stabino Award. Brian Conway, hooded by his father, Dr. Patrick Conway. Brian was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society. Brennan Cooper, hooded by Dr. Bipin Thapa. Brennan will graduate with honors in research. Luan Dang, hooded by Dr. Martin Munz. Lorraine will graduate with honors in research. Timothy de Guzman, hooded by his father, Dr. Nicanor de Guzman. Trevor de Sibor, hooded by his father, Dr. Charles de Sibor. Andrew de Groot, hooded by his mentor, Dr. Carl Green. Andrew will graduate with honors in research. Stephen Denton, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Stephen will graduate with honors in research. Elizabeth Dominguez, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Elizabeth is the recipient of the Department of Surgery Achievement Award and will graduate with honors in medical education. Athena Dong, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Athena will be inducted into Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society and will graduate with honors in research. Mary Kate Dornan, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Jesse Duarte Lopez, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Michael McBride. Jesse was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society. Ashlyn Elfman, hooded by her parents Dr. Todd Elfman and Dr. Susan Erickson. Ashlyn graduate with honors in research. Ezzedine Elmir, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Suzanne Fassner, hooded by Dr. Jane Maki. Max Fisher, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Ethan Fisher. Max will graduate with honors in research. Leah Flanagan, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Jesse Fletcher, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Gabriel Forrest, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Rivka Franklin, hooded by her mentor, Dr. Jacob Deutsch. I think I can't see. Megan Gallagher, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Megan will graduate with honors in research. Anna Garan, hooded by her father, Dr. Michael Garan. Lane Giesness, hooded by his mentor, Joel Walksaw. Austin Girdis, hooded by his father, Dr. Dale Girdis. Leah Gerlach, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Leah is the recipient of the Louis F. Jarman Award and the MD Leadership Award presented by Walter Zeit Fellowship and Dr. John J. and Joan Brennan Endowed Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology. Leah will graduate with honors in research. Max Goodman, hooded by Dr. Martin Munz. Alison Gorman, hooded by her father, Dr. Richard Gorman. Alison is a recipient of the N. Mooney Reddy Award and the MD Endowed Student Award in Physical Medicine and Rehab and the Marvin Wagner Clinical Mentorship Award. Rachel Greenberg, hooded by Dr. Martin Munz. Rachel was inducted into the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society and will graduate with honors in research. Garrett Grissom, hooded by his mentor, Dr. Sean Donahue. Garrett will graduate with honors in research. Kendall Gross, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Paulina Gutkin, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Amanda Kong. Paulina was inducted into the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society and the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and will graduate with honors in research. Bushra Ahmad, hooded by Dr. Bipin Thapa. Sorry. I guess she's not here. Alexander Hammond, hooded by his father, Dr. Albert Hammond. Alexander will graduate with honors in research. Joseph Harder, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. John Schneider. George Helding, hooded by his father, Dr. Philip Helding. Kayla Herold, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Kayla is the recipient of the Dr. and Mrs. Jack A. Klieger Endowed Student Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology. Kayla will graduate with honors in research. Maxwell Hershey, hooded by his father, Dr. Jonathan Hershey. Maxwell will graduate with honors in research. Rachel Heschke, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Briss Ritka, hooded by he's not here. Camelia Ishuwa, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Camelia will graduate with honors in research. Sparsh Jain, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Brahm Vasudev and Dr. Monica Vasudev. Abhishek Janardhan, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Bradley Crotty. Abhishek was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and will graduate with honors in research. Amanda Janquart, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Morgan Johnson, hooded by her mother, Dr. Dawn Johnson. Morgan will graduate with honors in research. Mustafa Kasmani, hooded by his parents, Dr. Hassan Hussain and Dr. Isha Kasmani. Mustafa was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and is a recipient of the Engstrom Award in Internal Medicine. Caroline Keating, hooded by Dr. Jane Markey. Caroline is a recipient of the Donald Welter Memorial Award and will graduate with honors in community engagement. Anna Kirshner, hooded by Dr. Martin Munce. Anna will graduate with honors in research. Aliyah Kewal, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. John Muir. Aliyah was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Komal Khoja, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Jiwon Kim, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Victoria Klinowski, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. David Marks. Stephen Kohler, hooded by his father, Dr. Brian Kohler, and his sister, MCW faculty member, Dr. Sarah Dunbar. Bethany Coram, hooded by Dr. Margaret Samain. Bethany will graduate with honors in community engagement. Julia Kranz, hooded by her mentor, Dr. Angelis Pina. Oh, mother. Emily Kruger, hooded by Dr. Bipin Thapa. Emily was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Devesh Kumar, hooded by his father Dr. Jairam Das and sister Dr. Devesh, was in I don't know, sorry, got that last name. Devesh was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Shivani Kumar, hooded by her father, Dr. Girish Kumar. Shivani is the recipient of the Joseph A. Bartos MD Endowment Student Award and will be graduating with honors in research. Christopher Carrillo, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Ethan Fisher. Christopher is the recipient of the Lawrence R. Goodman MD Outstanding Student in Radiology Award. Kimmery Custer, hooded by Dr. Martin Munz. Kimmery is the recipient of the Haynes Family Practice Award. Tina Lamb, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Tina is a recipient of the Thomas W. Grossman Award in Otolaryngology. Amy Lee, hooded by Dr. Joey Lee. Joyce Lee, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Joyce was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society. Joyce is the recipient of the Dyke Award in Neurology. Morgan Lesring, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Rebecca Lunn. Morgan was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society, Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society. This one. Cindy. Sorry. Angie Lee, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Mary Elizabeth Alvarez. Cindy was inducted. You're Cindy, right? Okay. Cindy Sinran, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Cindy was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Mingxian Lin, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Mingxian was inducted into the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society and the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Jacob Lenman, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Renee Foods. Gabriel Lira, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Jennifer Lifshitz, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Monica Shukla. Jennifer was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Marie Lipke, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Marie will graduate with honors in research. Nathan Luzum, hooded by Dr. Jane Maki. Anna Lyons, hooded by family friend Dr. Jeffrey Stokes. Christopher McGee, hooded by his sister, MCW faculty member Dr. Anna McGee. Raga Snehit Madula, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Cynthia Lane. Raga Snehit will graduate with honors in research. Megan Malloy, hooded by her uncle Dr. Richard Behrens. Megan will graduate with honors in community engagement. Catherine Manswell, hooded by her father, Dr. John Henry. Catherine is the recipient of the Ben and Ella Wagner Memorial Award in Anatomy and the Bruce J. Brewer, MD, Endowed Student Award in Orthopedic Surgery. Sarah Morosky, hooded by her father, Dr. Christopher Morosky. Erin Martinez, hooded by Dr. Martin Munz. Benjamin Maruska, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Linda Casper. Oh. His mom, Dr. Linda Casper. Benjamin is a recipient of the Wilson Phillips Award in Anesthesiology. Lucas Matson, hooded by his mentor, Dr. Mark Ricciotto. Lucas was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and is a recipient of the Walter P. Blount Award in Orthopedics. Lucas will graduate with honors in research. Thomas Matuska, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Lindsay Puckett. Thomas is the recipient of the Morris Greenberg Memorial Award. Natasha McFarlane, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Blake Miller, hooded by Dr. Martin Munz. Jessica Miller, hooded by her cousin Dr. Christine Babcock. Jessica was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society. Jessica will graduate with honors in research. Tessa Miller, hooded by her father, Dr. Mark Miller. Vladimir Milchev, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Alexander Gallen. Vladimir is the recipient of the Department of Pathology Student Achievement Award. Tarini Mitra, hooded by her uncle, Dr. Siddharth Ramji. Tarini will graduate with honors in global health. Stacy Morose, hooded by partner Dr. Bison Woods. Stacy was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and is the recipient of the Keelan Tresh Award for Scholarship in Cardiovascular Medicine. Stacy will graduate with honors in research. Cecilia Mora, headed by Dr. Jose Franco. Keith Nakamura, headed by Dr. Jose Franco. Kristen Nascimento, headed by Dr. Jose Franco. Oh, sorry, Jane Markey. Kevin Wen, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Jacob Noel, hooded by Dr. Martin Once. Madeline Novak, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Madeline will graduate with honors in research. Chiamaka Nwosu, hooded by her father, Dr. Henry Nwosu. Kali O'Donnell, headed by Dr. Jose Franco. Kali was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and will graduate with honors in research. Stephen Ortman, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Stephen was inducted into the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society. Neil Osafo, hooded by his father, Dr. Seth Osafo. Celeste Payne, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Celeste is the recipient of the Lowell Setter Memorial Award in Anatomy. Murali Palatinkara, hooded by his mother, Dr. Rajashri Sridharan. Murali will graduate with honors in research. Carmine Palladino, hooded by his father, Dr. Nicholas Palladino. Carmine was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Omid Patovi, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Andrew Petrol. Omid was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and will graduate with honors in medical education. Kana Patel, hooded by his mother, Dr. Reena Patel. Khan is recipient of Erwin Rosenfeld, MD, Endowed Award for the Outstanding Student in Psychiatry. Meera Patel, hooded by her sister, Dr. Damini Patel. Meera was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Nisha Patel, hooded by Dr. Deepa Patel. Nisha was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Connor Peterson, hooded by his godfather, Dr. Robert Beshard. Connor was inducted into the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society and is the recipient of the Patrick E. Bolger Memorial Award in the Ethical Practice of Medicine. Ashley Pittman, hooded by mentor Dr. Lexi Kessler. Ashley was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society. Ashley is a recipient of the Randall Pollard, MD, FACS, GME 58 Endowed Urological Prize. Alex. Oh, that's you. Oh, mixed up. Alexandra Polovnev, hooded by mentor Dr. Lexi Kessler. Alexandra was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and the Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society. Alexandra will graduate with honors in research. Mary Claire Potter, hooded by Dr. Jane Markey. Mary will graduate with honors in medical education and is the recipient of the J.C. Peterson Pediatrics Award. Polina Prokoda, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Renee Foots. Polina was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and will graduate with honors in research. Nina Punyamurthy, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Geraldine Olson. Nina is the recipient of the Walter Zeit Fellows Leadership Award. Alexis Pillard, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. David Marks. Alexis was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Alexis is the recipient of the American Academy of Neurology Student Prize for Excellence in Neurology. Ramsey Reyes, hooded by his father, Dr. Rawad Reyes. Brother. Well, we're discovering a lot of different things today. Elizabeth Rayfeld, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Elizabeth is the recipient of the Brooker Award in Pharmacology. Brianna Rotherham, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Bethany Obel. Brianna will graduate with honors in research. Micah Rubin, hooded by his father, Dr. Jonathan Rubin. Micah will graduate with honors in research. Claire Salzman, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Megan Skiltais, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Megan will graduate with honors in research. Taylor Schlusner, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Tamara Schroeder, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Madhu Quay. Tamara was inducted into Arnold P. Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society. Elena Seifert, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Megan Schultz. Elena will graduate with honors in global health. Harini Shah, hooded by her mother, Dr. Mona Shah. Harini was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Neemit Shah, hooded by Dr. Bipin Thapa. Brother, right? I'm just confirming. Adam Shekali, hooded by his brother, Dr. Sam Shekali. Ali Shamsa, hooded by his mother, Dr. Janan Al-Kildar. Ashley Stanky, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Brianna Stas, hooded by mentor Dr. Jeremy Jern. Father, Jeremy Jern. Brianna will graduate with honors in research. Todd Stollenberg, hooded by his wife, Dr. Paige McKenzie. Todd was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. He is a recipient of the Michael J. Dunn, MD class of 1962 Achievement Award, the J.J. Smith Award in Physiology as well. Jet Stromswell, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Bryn Sutherland, hooded by his mother, Dr. Kay Lockwood. Bryn is the recipient of Victoria Walrath, MD, Christopher Walrath Schumacher, MD, Award in Family Medicine. Matthew Swenson, hooded by his father, Dr. Todd Swenson. Grace Taylor, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. John Hayes. Shane Tendick, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Muhammad Titi, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Marissa Tobes, hooded by her father-in-law, Dr. Edwin Seymour Tobes. Marissa was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Peitza Topshian, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Karen Sue Carlson. Peitzer was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and is the recipient of the Pasteur Award in Microbiology and Molecular Genetics. Jacqueline Tran, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Bethany Aubel. Jacqueline will graduate with honors in research. Kendall Trigloff, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Kendall is a recipient of the Dr. Marvin Wagner Clinical Mentorship Award. Catherine Tyson, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Anna Ontario, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Anna will graduate with honors in research. Rachel Valdez, hooded by Dr. Stephen Murphy. Emma Valley, hooded by Dr. Jane Markey. Emma was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and Friends of MCW. Yang Wang, hooded by her advisor, Dr. Edward Randerson. Young was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and the NLP Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society. Young is a recipient of the Horton Award. Nalini Wakinokona, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Nalini will graduate with honors in research. Obinaya Wamo, hooded by his uncle Dr. Roland Chigbu and his mother Gosi Wamo. Abigail Wano, hooded by Dr. Martin Munz. Rachel Weber, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Rachel will graduate with honors in research. Delaney Weiland, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Delaney was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and the NLP Gold Foundation Gold Humanism Honor Society and Friends of MCW. Delaney is a recipient of the Ralph G. Burnett Memorial Award. Alison Whitaker, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Alison will graduate with honors in research. Michael White, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Glennie Whitfield, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Edward Willow, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Jonathan Wong, hooded by Dr. Martin Munz. Jonathan was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. Monet Woolfolk, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Monet will graduate with honors in research. Na Zhang, hooded by Dr. Malaika Saiker. Natalie Yaz, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Natalie will graduate with honors in research. Grant Yoon, hooded by his father, Dr. Henry Yoon. Madeline Zamzo, hooded by MCW faculty member Dr. Edward Duthie. Dongling Zong, hooded by MCW faculty member Sarah Cohn, Dr. Sarah Cohn. Donglin was inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. John Zunker, hooded by Dr. Jose Franco. Todd stolen work, Cotton, Peterson, and Young Wang. You already sit in the special seats. I now invite Dr. Kirshner back to the podium. Thank you very much for your patience. I'm sorry with all the confusion. I don't know which one. I think it's on here. It's on here.
Let's give one more round of applause for all of our graduates. I'm really so proud of all of you. Really amazing. It's now my honor to present MCW's three most prestigious awards. The Michael J. Dunn, MD, Class of 1962 Achievement Award was established by members of the Class of 1962 to honor their classmate, Dr. Michael J. Dunn, who served as Dean of the Medical College of Wisconsin from 1995 to 2008. When I talked earlier about mentors, Dr. Dunn was a huge mentor of mine as I entered into this role, and he was such an amazing steward of MCW. This amazing award in his honor recognizes the senior student graduating with the most distinguished academic record. The 2024 recipient of the Michael J. Dunn, MD, Class of 1962 Achievement Award is Todd Hollenwerk. Congratulations, Todd. The Patrick E. Bolger Memorial Award in the ethical practice of medicine was established by the faculty of MCW in memory of the father of Mrs. Virginia Bolger's late husband and MCW's President Emeritus T. Michael Bolger, J.D. This award is presented annually to a graduating senior who has demonstrated excellence in the field of ethics and medicine. The recipient is selected by vote of the graduating class. The 2024 recipient of the Patrick E. Bolger Memorial Award in Ethical Practice of Medicine is Connor Peterson. Congratulations, Connor. Every year, the Medical College of Wisconsin bestows the Millman Award upon the senior medical student who, through thoughtful care of patients and enthusiastic acquisition of skills and knowledge, best exemplifies the characteristics of the ideal physician. These qualities prevailed throughout the short career of William H. Millman, MD, a 1943 graduate of the Marquette University School of Medicine, who died in World War II. The recipient of the award is selected by the members of the graduating class and is considered to be the outstanding candidate for the degree of Doctor of Medicine. On behalf of the Medical College of Wisconsin's class of 2024, I am pleased to announce that the recipient of the Millman Award is Ayong Vang. Will Carmen Palladino come forward to present the teaching awards?
On behalf of the Medical College of Wisconsin's class of 2024, I am pleased to announce the recipient, for excellence in teaching. It is given annually to those Medical College of Wisconsin affiliated hospital residents or fellows who have been recognized by the senior class and program directors for their outstanding contributions to the education of medical students. We are honored to recognize Dr. Jesse Kasem of the Department of Dermatology as the first recipient of this year's MICWA House Staff Award for Excellence in Teaching. Unfortunately, Dr. Kasem was unable to join us this afternoon, but let's give him a round of applause anyways. Our second recipient for the Mikwa House Staff Awards for Excellence in Teaching is Dr. Paul Cho of the Department of Medicine, Division of General Internal Medicine. Dr. Cho, will you please stand to be recognized? Our next award is the Milwaukee Academy of Medicine Award for Excellence in Teaching. This award is presented annually by the Milwaukee Academy of Medicine to a community physician in private practice who has distinguished themselves by exemplary teaching and serves as an outstanding role model for medical students. The recipient of the 2024 Milwaukee Academy of Medicine Award for Excellence in Teaching is family medicine physician Dr. Adrienne Clement, Assistant Professor of Medicine. Dr. Clement, will you please stand to be recognized? Next, we present the Harry Beckman Basic Science Teaching Award. This award is bestowed on a basic science faculty member selected by members of the senior class for excellence in teaching. The recipient of the 2024 Harry Beckman Basic Science Teaching Award is Dr. Herschel Raff, Department of Medicine, Division of Endocrinology and Molecular Medicine. Unfortunately, Dr. Raff was unable to join us this afternoon, but let's give him a round of applause anyways. The Ernest O. Henschel Clinical Teaching Award is bestowed on a clinical science faculty member selected by members of the senior class for excellence in teaching. The recipient of the 2024 Ernest O. Henschel Clinical Teaching Award is Dr. Jed Collada, Department of Surgery, Division of Colorectal Surgery. Dr. Collada, will you please stand to be recognized? Congratulations again to all of the teaching award recipients. Will Leah Gerlich now please come forward to address the class of 2024?
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to first thank you all for being here today. There's something so special about having all of our class, family, and friends together in one space, as opportunities to do so have been few and far between during the pandemic. I also want to take a moment to thank all of the faculty and staff that have made this week possible. You're all so appreciated. Upon reflecting on the last 4 years, I'm so proud to be a member of the class of 2024. We're known for many things, but I'd like to highlight just a few. Firstly, our resilience. We began medical school almost totally online and found our way in a constantly changing environment. We worked hard to make friends in a virtual era and learned how to take exams from home. We found new ways to engage with the curriculum and stayed diligent even through the most difficult times. We are also an outspoken class, known for our firm convictions and our drive to make change. We never shy away from voicing our opinions, and we have repeatedly shown up to represent and support one another. We actively participated in advocacy efforts, started brand new student organizations, and regularly spoke up about our needs. What has stood out most to me, though, is the camaraderie and altruism present in both the class of 2024 and the Medical College of Wisconsin overall. From the day I interviewed, I felt welcomed into the MCW community by students, faculty, and staff. When we started M1 year, our class reaffirmed this friendly culture. Despite our distance, new classmates were always ready to help with anatomy dissections and biochemical pathways in MTC. As we navigated step 1, new friends happily shared Anki decks and exam tips. When we finally began clerkships, teammates offered kind words and support while we were finding our footing. And during M4, when we applied to residency and faced interview season with new changes and unknowns, classmates I was still meeting for the first time were willing to give advice about how to stay afloat. This is the legacy I hope our class is most remembered by. It has truly been an honor to grow with you and to receive your help along the way. Beginning residency will undoubtedly be a great challenge, and on difficult days, I encourage you to think back to how far we've come. Remember our time in Foundations of Clinical Medicine, where we asked totally irrelevant questions in our first attempts at taking a patient history. Think back to our very first OSCE, where each of us likely forgot an element of the physical exam out of sheer nervousness. Remember the first microbiology exam, desperately trying to remember if the sketchy video was purple for gram-positive organisms. And then recognize how far you have come, each of us now an invaluable member of the medical team. I encourage you to let the spirit of our class linger. Take our resilience and conviction with you as we grow into accomplished physicians. Remember all the helping hands you have received throughout medical school and offer your own to your new colleagues. Most importantly, carry forward our spirit of kindness and support for one another. Congratulations to you all, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Leah. Those were wonderful remarks. Before we conclude our ceremony, I'd like to recognize our faculty, mentors, and families who are here with us today. Thank you for joining us to celebrate the achievements of your degree candidate. Thank you for coming to honor our degree candidates this afternoon at our School of Medicine hooding ceremony. We have reached the conclusion of our ceremony. You are all invited back tomorrow afternoon for commencement at 1:30 p.m. at the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena. Doors to the arena will open at 12:30 p.m. for guest seating. Graduates are reminded to arrive not later than 12:30 p.m. After the ceremony, guests are asked to please meet your graduate in the main lobby of the arena or outside the facility tomorrow. As the recessional begins, please allow the faculty, special hooders, and graduates to exit this ceremony first. And please join us now in the third base ward for a celebratory reception for our graduates and award winners. Award winners, you may pick up your awards in the student robing area. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your afternoon.